Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. I want to talk about a very pertinent subject today. Especially, I feel it's very important currently with the in the current environment which we are going through. I think it's a pertinent topic. So let's dive right into it. Basically, circumstances, or rather, what happens to us and our response. Put in another way, what happens to us in our life and the way we respond to it, or the way we choose to respond to it. I have a different perspective of this and I would like to share these particular ideas. Our emotional well-being is all based on the way we respond or choose to respond to everything that happens around us in our life. In that sense, I believe, in my personal view, that overall it's just 2% that really happens to us in our life. The rest of the 98% in terms of our overall emotional well-being, the rest of the 98% is the way we respond to everything that happens in our life. Be it personal, be it official, be it in whatever circumstance we have been put in. This can cut across in every area in our life. It can be at home, it can be during work, it can be on WhatsApp messages right now, how we choose to respond. Very pertinent right now because we are getting inundated with so many messages coming in with different agendas which people have, and also genuine messages. How do we choose to respond to it? So let's look at an example. In my personal life, all of us are working from home these days. So I have an office call, an online call which I'm making with my team. And it's an intense moment at the time and I'm managing a certain issue with my team. At this particular time, my daughter decides to barge in suddenly. Now, this can play out in two scenarios. So let's look at both. Scenario number one, I put the call on mute and I berate my daughter, saying, "What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm on a call? It's an important call. Can't you take any responsibility? Please go out from here." And I send her out. And my daughter really sulks down and she walks out from there in a bad mood. The sequence of events which is going to follow from there is most likely going to be extremely negative. And I'm in a bad mood, my daughter is in a bad mood, there's a lot of anxiety. The whole day is going to really play out in a negative manner. Why did that happen? I chose to respond in that way. It wasn't the circumstance. Same circumstance. Scenario number two, daughter comes in. I put it on mute and say, "Darling, I'm on a call, I'll catch up with you soon." "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad." And she runs off. So no worries. Unmute again, couple of seconds, continue with the call. I finish the call, walk up to my daughter, saying, "Honey, careful because I'm on these calls. Next time when you come, you might be disturbing it. Just be careful and mindful next time." She'll understand. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Dad." I say, "No, that's okay, that's cool, no worries." Let's look at the sequence of events after that. My daughter is in a good mood, I'm in a good mood, there's no anxiety, there's peace of mind, and the family is going to be happier and more content following that particular day, and we're going to have a good day actually. Same scenario, two responses. One response, I chose to act on my emotions and berate my daughter. Sequence number two came through with my second response, where I chose to act more responsibly, taking control of my emotions, and I chose to respond in a positive way. Look at the difference. And this is what I get at. It's just 2% of your life that happens to you. The 98% in our life is what actually, how we choose to respond to it. So let's choose to respond positively to everything that happens in our life. It could be at home, it could be at work, it could be on the road when I'm driving in traffic and somebody cuts across. The way we choose to respond will ultimately decide how we will feel and our emotional well-being from that point onwards. And if we can, in all circumstances in our life, choose to respond with control, then we will have much more peace of mind, contentment, happiness, and a balance in our life. What can we do? A few things which we can do to take this control. Take a deep breath. Take a good hit of oxygen. It does wonders. sometimes, or most of the time, it's just the simple things that help you. And we tend to complicate things, especially these days, more and more in our lives. Just take a deep breath. Before you respond, take a deep breath. Link to that. Just think. While you take that breath, think. What is the best way of responding? We are smart creatures. What is the best way of responding? And play out the scenario. That would be my next point. Visualizing that scenario. If I respond in this way, how it might play out. And if you know it's going to play out in a negative manner, control your response. Ask yourself, is my ego in the way? Most often than not, it's our ego that stops us from being better people. When somebody responds to us or in certain circumstance, maybe it's a particular WhatsApp message, or maybe it's an email from a colleague in office, or responding to someone in office in a meeting. When we feel our ego has been hurt, what happens? Most often than not, we want to hurt back. We want to give a better response. The sequence of events which follow are all negative. One negative instance will cascade into several other. And then you're left with being, again, lots of worry, anxiety, no peace of mind. You're thinking about work even at home, and you bring work home. In short, guys, overall, take control of your responses and don't let your response take control of you. This is work in progress. This is something, guys, we have to keep on working on the response to what happens to us in our life. And it's like a muscle. When you keep exercising it, you will become better and better at it. Quickly summarize this overall. Take control of your response. Don't let your response take control of you. Take a deep breath before you respond. Visualize the sequence of events, what would unfold based on your response. Ask yourself, is your ego in the way of your response? And if it is, control your ego. Take control of your ego and take control of your response so that you can have peace of mind, contentment, and a balance in your life. I wish you all the very best, and I urge all of you to stay safe at home these days and continue a beautiful life ahead. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.